Think you can spot a psychopath? Chances are you cannot. The most dangerous psychopath is not loud or obvious. It is the helpful coworker, the attentive friend, or the partner who feels almost too perfect. In this video, I will reveal 5 hidden signs of a psychopath that almost everyone misses until it is too late. These insights are grounded in research from Harvard, Oxford, and the University of Wisconsin, along with the work of psychologists like Robert Hare and authors like Martha Stout. Once you see these red flags, you will never see people the same way again. Quick note: this video is for education only. We are talking about patterns of manipulation, not medical diagnoses. Stay with me until the end, because sign number 5 is the one that fools even the smartest people. And before we dive in, support this channel by hitting like and subscribe, so we can keep creating videos that reveal the truths most people never talk about. Forget Hollywood villains. Most psychopaths do not look dangerous. They look ordinary and sometimes even better than ordinary. Nietzsche once said that everything profound loves a mask. Psychopaths wear masks of charm, kindness, and competence. They do not just act normal. They study normal. They watch how others laugh, grieve, and connect. Then they copy it back with precision. You are not seeing their true self. You are seeing a carefully crafted stage play. Jung might call it the shadow hiding behind a flawless persona. The danger is that while you are charmed, they are already scanning your weaknesses. Loneliness, ambition, the hunger for approval. They spot it before you do. Their mask is not protection. It is camouflage for hunting. If someone seems perfectly aligned with your needs in record time, slow down. That is not natural. And once they have you hooked, their first weapon comes out. A charm that feels magical, but is pure strategy. At first, their presence feels intoxicating. They shower you with attention. They rush intimacy. They flood you with compliments. Psychologists call this love bombing. Cialdini would call it weaponized liking. Machiavelli would say it is better to appear virtuous than to be virtuous. Here is a simple charm versus connection test. Ask yourself these questions. Do they rush intimacy? Are the compliments constant or exaggerated? Do they ignore your no? If the answer is yes, you are not in a connection. You are in a trap. The speed is the giveaway. Real relationships take time. Psychopathic charm hits like lightning. It is not connection. It is seduction with an agenda. They hook you with charm, but soon the warmth fades. Because the emotions are not real. That hollowness you sense is the crack that leads to the next sign. Have you ever heard words that sounded right but felt wrong? That is emotional emptiness. Psychopaths often show what experts call callous, unemotional traits. They can mimic empathy, but they do not feel it. This is what researchers call instrumental empathy, the ability to read your emotions without sharing them. Kant warned against using people as tools, and that is exactly what happens here. Ask yourself these questions. Do they stay oddly calm during a crisis? Do they comfort you with generic, rehearsed lines? Do they miss obvious emotional cues that everyone else picks up? Your tears, your joy, your panic, all of it becomes data. Not for comfort, but for control. And when the fake empathy begins to slip, they switch tactics. Instead of pretending to care, they begin to play the victim. Psychopaths know that compassion is powerful, and they weaponize it. They tell stories of betrayal or trauma, not to bond with you but to control you. The Stoics reminded us to see things as they are. Behind their tears, this is not vulnerability. It is strategy. Watch the timing. They cry victim when you confront them, when they need money, or when they want to excuse cruelty. It is a guilt trap. This is the drama triangle in motion. One moment they play the victim. The next, the persecutor. Then the savior. The cycle keeps you hooked. And while you defend them, they drain you. Not only your sympathy, but also your resources. That is the next sign. Psychopaths see people as batteries. Sometimes it is your wallet. Sometimes your energy. Sometimes your reputation. They promise to pay back next week, but next week never comes. Nietzsche called this resentment, feeding off others instead of creating. Ask yourself these questions. Do they borrow constantly with vague promises to repay? Do they demand favors as proof of loyalty? Do they shift blame when responsibilities are not met? It is not just money. They drain your energy and your credibility. If you say no, you are selfish. If you say yes, you are stuck. Either way, they win. But parasites rarely leave quietly. Cut them off and they do not fade away. They retaliate, which leads to the most chilling sign. When most people lash out, it is impulsive. Psychopaths are different. Their aggression is instrumental. It is calm, deliberate, and aimed at maximum damage. Sun Tzu wrote, "Attack him where he is unprepared." That is their playbook. They betray without guilt. They spread rumors. They set people against each other. 3 whispers can turn into 30, and they do it with the same smile they once used to flatter you. They also wait. They store ammunition, the secrets you shared, the fears you revealed late at night, and then they unleash them when you try to leave. Machiavelli warned that men should be either caressed or eliminated. Psychopaths choose elimination. But you do not have to wait for destruction to strike. If you act early, you can cut the strings. And that takes us to the final step: protecting yourself. Awareness is your armor. When you see the mask, the charm, the fake empathy, the victimhood, the parasitism, and the retaliation, you stop playing their game. Epictetus said you cannot control them, but you can control your response. Here is a simple defense framework. First, document. Save records of promises and threats. Second, distance. Pull back emotionally and financially when you see red flags. Third, decide. Commit to strategies like gray rock or no contact if boundaries fail. Here is a simple script you can use. Say, I do not discuss money outside written agreements. This topic is closed. It is firm. It is clear. And it shuts down manipulation. You are not here to heal them. You are here to protect yourself. And once you see the mask, you will never be fooled again. Now that you know the 5 hidden signs of a psychopath, the question is, what will you do? Will you trust your gut when charm feels too polished? Will you step back when empathy feels staged? Or will you wait for the mask to slip when the damage is already done? The power is yours. Every time you sharpen this skill, you build a shield that predators cannot pierce. Most people never see it coming. You do now. That is your advantage. If this opened your eyes, share it. Send it to a friend, a sibling, or that coworker you worry about. One share could save someone years of pain. And leave a comment with the subtlest red flag you have ever spotted. And if you want more videos that pull back the mask of dark psychology and philosophy, hit like, tap subscribe, and ring the bell. Because once you see through the mask, you can never unsee it.